Hello and welcome to Market in a Minute, June the 12th, 2025. Another bad day for Asia Pacific markets as Donald Trump once again threatens unilateral tariffs in 2 weeks. Of all the markets we monitor over here, only Shanghai Composite and Korea's KOSPI are marginally up. The rest are down. The KSE100 index is also down, but only after a very interesting and very instructive day. First rising about 1911 points in the first 3 hours, then dropping about 2871 points in the next 4 hours. And because of the gap up, the plus minus mathematics of it all suggested that the index closed with a net loss of about 260 points. But what really happened? Let's take a closer look. So first of all, it turns out that our analysis leading up to the budget was pretty much spot on. The index did break above it just around budget time, and that also the move coincided with the RSI break above 50 and the index break into uncharted territory. But notice here, after this impressive jump up yesterday, today's market formed a shooting star, which is a very ominous sign. A Japanese candlestick signal which turns a short-term signal no less, but it means a short-term reversal signal, especially if it comes after a steep rise. Now this has not been a very steep rise, but the market is in uncharted territory, which makes it a very significant rise. Also, let's now dig into the day's price pattern. Just remember the day started with headlines like this. KSE crosses 126,000 as post-budget optimism drives buying spree. So what happened? Let's take a look at the hourly chart. This shaded zone is the first hour's trading. The market jumped up about 1,911 points, if you'll notice over here, in the first 3 hours. Then it just fell. First a total of 2,871 points, then slightly rising to close at a loss from the peak of 2,625 points. Close to minus, this was a loss of about 713 points. Close to open, close minus open. So this was what happened today. Going into tomorrow, it's also important to notice that volatility as measured by the 14-period ATR has now once again risen above 2,000 points. But the most important thing to notice, after this event-driven euphoric rise that owed to the budget and the fact that the market was not taxed, we have this reversal pattern today. After a very strong rise in the morning, we had a lot of corrective selling later parts of the day, for most of the day. This shows selling pressure for the short term. And even though it's very important to notice that the market technically, with regard to indicators and oscillators, is still firmly bid. It is still firmly bullish in its outlook. Yet it is in an uncharted territory because there is no resistance at the top. The market is at its highest level ever. But there are headwinds as the budget is being digested. This is still partially an event-driven timeline. So we'll keep monitoring what happens tomorrow, if this signal holds true or not, which is instructive for the market and from the textbook's point of view, which suggests a short-term reversal signal because of this. We will keep our eyes glued to this now. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Thank you.